Hello? It says I'm offline again still, but it also looks like I have connection. Sorry about that. Luckily I saw it like only 60 seconds into that disconnection and not like tens of minutes or hours. I think we're back. It is hard to tell though. Here, let's see. Am I back? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Hard to tell though. Yes. Sick. All right. It's just this page, like the little YouTube live control panel on OBS, not saying I'm online, which is weird. But we're like my bit rate's at 10K, which is amazing. It's usually it drops down to like 4K. So if it stays here, that'd be great. Hopefully, maybe. All right. What's going on with your tail there? You see, I've noticed that with the texture, but it's only visible. Can you please see that? It's only visible at certain angles. And I'm not sure why. It's very weird. Because I believe in the, like, it's got like a whole like outline. In the texture, it's not like touching anything. So it shouldn't be like taking another texture, you know? It's odd. So what I was thinking was, let's see, I kind of want to write down all these numbers together. So 5 hits for iron and also cobalt and thorium. I want to change that so when you go to at least cobalt and thorium, you get another hit's worth at least. Let's see here. 40.18, 36.75. But then 32%. What's 32% of 49? Almost a third. 33 and yeah, 33.32. Which is probably why it's like just on the cusp of being able to be 6 hits. So honestly, if we make it 48 damage, it might do it. Right? Let's see. So real quick, I'm gonna I won't be able to see how many people are watching either, so that'll be interesting. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, I want to check the 40% damage reduction for 49 damage. How much does that give us? 29.4. 29.4 damage. So if we drop the Rex damage down to 48, that's going to make the... Let's just compare the thorium and the iron. So 48% damage reduction from, or no, not 48, 25% damage reduction from 48 gets us 36 damage on the dot. And at 146 health, so we do 36 divided by 146. That gets us... It's like so close to being 6 hits that like you would have to do it would have to hit point. What is that? 0.246. So it's very nearly. Hang on. I just did 36 divided by 1. It's 146 divided by 36. I got that backwards. Hold on. 36 there. It's 4. It's 4 now? Wait a second. Oh, plus the 0.05. Right, so it's 0.05 damage. Or not damage, but hits. Away. It's probably 0.25 damage away. 0.246 or whatever it was. So that's still 5 hits. It hits 4 and a 20th times. Basically any remainder is another hit. And then so with thorium and cobalt, at a 32% damage reduction with 48 damage, would net us $32.64. So that should be it. So if we do 32.64, and the health we have is 161. We do 161 divided by 32.64. Oh, it's still 5! It's so close. It's 4.9 hits. So it'll still be 5 hits. Okay, so we go up again. Or down again, I should say. So 47 damage? So I guess this is what it's like to be like a Call of Duty weapon balancer. But that's even more complicated because then you have even more variables like distance. Distance and then where on the body it hits. And you're dealing with a larger number of bullets and also like different fire rates. That it gets, I imagine that gets pretty complicated. But that would be kind of cool to see kind of how they figured it out or manage all those variables. Probably some sort of graph. Real quick, I want to see our trend here. So this is 4.93 hits if you're wearing thorium or cobalt. If you had if it did 49 damage back before, I want to see the difference, basically. So then after that, I would do 161 divided by 33.32. 4.8. 4.83 hits. So that went from 0.83 hits to 0.93 hits. Then would the next one be potentially 5.03? Let's see. We'll just skip straight to doing thorium cobalt. So, Thor-Co at 32.6 or 30. What the heck is that? 32 plus. Why did I put 6.4 or 6.2? What is that? Oh, that's just the damage. Silly. Okay. It's actually astounding that the bitrate is still at 10K. That's kind of crazy. I love that. Love that out of our OBS. So 47% or 47 damage at 32%. Be 31.96. Which leaves us with 161 divided by 31.96. 5. We're over 5. Sick. So it'll take 6 hits. Barely. Do we want to make that larger, or... Because we probably got a whole ways before we get to it being 7 hits. I guess how far would it have to be? I suppose if we just did a little bit of algebra, we can figure that out. So if we can do some algebra, I wish I can like show you guys. We can probably pull something up. Notes. Oh gosh. What is this? I don't know what the heck that was. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I feel like I want to get into like I should probably just open a spreadsheet, because then that would actually do it automatically for us. Sure, let's do it. We'll probably need it. Probably use one. Could probably use one for the mod. We will use Google Docs or Google Drive spreadsheets, Google Spreadsheets. Okay. All right. Doing math. 3 hours of sleep. Do not recommend. But we're here. Doing it anyway. So. This is just going to be, I guess... Dinosaur. Be a bit more specific. Dinosaur, Hytale Dinosaur damage. Values, I guess. Call it that. Let me think. So I don't want to just do this, since this is gonna. I think this is gonna be a great thing a great resource to use for making more dinosaurs and balancing more dinosaurs. I don't want to just make it for the Snow Rex here, so I want to keep in mind that I want to add more to it. And I want it to be as easy as possible for me to come back to again in the future. So, basically we just gotta think about how we want to organize this. So I'm thinking... we'll just do full armors. So we will list it like so. Armor set. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to imagine. Like, are we just gonna have one table per like dinosaur? Or okay, so probably. So we probably want like an input for like what the dinosaur is, or at least the damage value. Like if we want it to be a calculator. So, oh yeah, that would actually be smart instead of having a whole table. But a table would also be kind of cool. I was thinking about doing a table. But if instead we could do it, like, we can change the armor set to whichever one we want. and then it would just put... Okay, well, we need to make a table anyway, I think. Okay, we just gotta start putting stuff down. Thinking too much. Overthinking, overanalyzing, separates the body from the mind. So we have armor sets, we have, I guess, player health. Yeah, just player health is fine. Player HP. Player HP. Player HP. Player. Not player? Dinosaur? I guess so. Dinosaur damage. Dano. I know. Dino damage. Player health, dino damage. And then just number of hits. I guess number of hits to kill? I'll just call it number of hits. So I guess, yeah, we'll just start listing this out. So if, like, full copper. Also, let's make these bold. And maybe a bit bigger. I kind of want to, like, have this guy in the background. Oh, he's not doing his walk animation. Or his walk sound. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Oh, that looks funky. Oh no. I can't. Let me. I don't know if there's a way to set their animations, because right now the way I've been doing it is just like freezing them in the certain animation that I want. So like if they're walking and I want to see their walk animation, it frees them while they're walking. They'll just be stuck walking. Or if we freeze them while they're idle, they'll just stay idle. I don't know if there's a different way to do that. Yet. Okay. I'm gonna up the font. So we have copper, iron. Should I separate these in case one day they change? If they, like, give different amounts of health? Sure, we'll just separate them. Just in case. Saurian and Adam and Tight. I'll put Mithril on here because why not? I'll also put Onyx on here because why not? I feel like that's probably the next ore they'll add. Maybe Mithril and Onyx, potentially. Ooh, you know what? We should do a no armor. None. Okay, so player HP at none is 100. Copper is 146. Iron is 161. Cobalt is... No, iron is... Oh. I have this wrong. Just a little bit ahead. So 125 for copper. 146 for iron. 161 for thorium and cobalt. Adamantite is 68. And mithril 168. Whoopsie. Mithril and onyx don't have any yet. So this is where I guess this would be damage after. Like after. Here, we'll just call it damage. Damage done. And then we'll make a variable up here called I know. Or maybe how do we do that? I'm trying to think. I'm not too familiar with spreadsheets, so I mean, like every time I feel like I make a spreadsheet, I have to relearn like how to use it. What I'm feeling like is having like a list of dinosaurs, right, with their different values. So maybe we just go down here. Dinosaur. Stupid dinosaur. Everybody do that dinosaur. Dinosaur, and then damage value. Right, so for Snow Rex, or we'll just call it, we'll just do Rex. Nah, we'll do Snow Rex. We have to make sure that we separate. Snow Rex. I think we'll just make all the Snow Rexes do the same damage. At least for now. If I think it needs to be like more tuned to like difference. Because right now we have a Snow Rex that's this blue or white, and we have a Snow Rex that's brown. But I think we'll be fine for now. Just, you know, calling it that. I will also go... I will, though, do Desert Rex. And I guess what this is doing, I'm just future-proofing this in case I want to change this in the future. Snow Rex, Desert Rex, and then Cave Rex. And right now we have 49 damage. Oopsie, 47. By default, the Cave Rex is doing 68. And then what we need to do is the damage done needs to be equal to... Oh, I don't have their... Aha, that's something I need as well. Damage reduction. Reduction? Damage. Read? How would you abbreviate reduction? I don't know, like RDX? So damage reduction would be 0 for this. Can we do percentages and it knows how to multiply percentages? Probably. I would assume so, it being Google. No, this needs to be 18. 25. 32. And then 40. And those are unknown. So then, I mean, just with this, we should be able to compute these values now. Which we would do that by taking the dinosaur damage value, multiplying it, or I guess, multiplying it by, how do we do that in in sheets. We need to reduce it. We need to subtract this from that percentage of itself. So it would be 47 minus 18% of 47. That's doable. I think that wouldn't that be, so this is D19. Would that be, it would be D19 and then divided, or no, subtracted, subtract, parentheses, D19. There might be a quicker way to do that. I mean, obviously we could just do the opposite, or, you know, the inverse, being brain 82%. But, you know, if it says damage reduction, that's what you're reading, and that's what you're inputting, that's what I want it to be. You know, make it as easy as possible for whoever's inputting the information. So it would be D19 times 18%. So D19 minus D19 times 18, and that should get us our damage. Done. And now to get our number of hits, what we do is you would take the damage done, or you would take the player HP, divide that by damage done. Divide by damage done. And then you'd take the I don't know what to call that. So it's the remainder, right? But you would like want to add like a full remainder. I don't know how to say that. But it's with remainder question mark. I think there is a way to do that though. Okay, so and we have our basic outline. So we take. Oof, how do we do this? Do we do equals sign, right? Equals D19 minus parentheses oh, it wouldn't be, so I put an 18% as the example. It would be D19 times C. It would be whatever the column is, C 7 in this case. Which I forgot how to C7? C7 times. Oh, that wouldn't work with that. Hold on. 0%. Would that be different? I think so. Whoa, hold on. Not done, not done. Times D19. Hold on, that's not right. But is 47? I think 47 is not. Yes, 47 is right, because obviously it would be whatever this number is. Makes sense. So what is going on there? So yeah, it's taking, I just want this specific cell. How do we change that so it doesn't go up the rows? figure that out in a second. Then we can do the number of hits, which would just be it would be column D. D divided by E. No. How would you say, so it's like D, it would be D7 here, right? It would be D7 divided by E7. And then remainder. How? I forgot what the word for it was. Or we could just round. We can just round. That's technically not rounding. It's just complete. Well, it is if you know, not rounding just to the nearest, but rounding just up. So I guess just round up. How does that? Oh, I guess you do it first. So you do round up. Ugh. You do round up and then do player HP divided by damage done. 3. Nice. Yes. How are we? Okay, so it's still doing that thing. I'm not sure how to fix that or how to change that. And that's okay right now. We don't need it right now. That's for a future thing. One day. There we go. This did not work. Why? Times. Oh, because this stayed. Scheiße. Can I make it so... Like, there's got to be a, there's probably a, you know, a symbol that you use to say, hey, this cell is going to be the same if I take it and, you know, drag it down. Don't quite know what that would be. That's alright. Because I like the way it hurts. Love the way you lie. Put an equal sign there, please. Thank you. I copied it without. Holy, what a struggle bus. I definitely need to take a little nap after this stream. Holy cow. Okay, so this is C8. This, we just want it to be 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I just click? Let me click there, please. Thank you. Okay. There it is. There's everything I was doing on my piece of paper, pretty much. Okay, now it's just flavor. Just flavoring it up. We want this merge. Just call it I don't know, number of hits. Number of hits armor reduction table? I don't know. I'm just gonna call it that. Armor reduction hit table. Okay. Whoopsie daisy, what the heck? Okay, thank you. I was like, what? And we'll just make it a proper looking table for the moment. The thickest on the outside and on the on the title. Alright, and then next thickest. Or this. And for these. And then all the inner ones will be thin. Boom. Look at that. Except for, actually, I kind of want all the vertical ones can be the second thickest. There. Like that. Very nice. Just want it to be easily, easy to read. Easy to read and understand what's going on. We're gonna fill this with like a light gray. I fill this with like a darker gray. Or we fill it with a green. Or maybe a light blue. Because why not? Now, well, the next thing I would want to do is, like I said earlier, somehow make the formula, the function, the equation, able to just pick one cell and it move down. Like, so if I change this, I mean, I guess, yeah, if I change this specifically, it would change all of this, but say if I wanted to cave Rex instead, how would I implement that into this? I don't know. Can we? Oh. Is that possible? Can we do that? Can we like make a drop down menu instead? Oh my god. That'd be sick. Like then we wouldn't even need a table here, right? We can, okay, wait, this is a thing? Hang on. Delete? Delete does not work. There, okay. Hold up. I didn't know drop down was a thing. It needs to be is valid date greater, oh. It just needs to be an integer. Okay, that's fine. No, don't allow multiple selections. We also want to drop down for this. Drop down. Yes. Fly to range. Data isn't valid. Sure. Let's say, so we have Snow Rex, we have Cave Rex, we have Desert Rex. We'll also have the Cave Raptor, I suppose, so let's put that on here as well. We'll have Cave Raptor. Is there flying? I just had a thought, because I'm thinking about all the dinosaurs, right? There's a pterodactyl. Is there flying enemy AI in the game? There's the void squid things. Whatever they're called, void flyers. And there's also the, I guess, the phantom thing. Wraith? The void wraith? Or void phantom? I think it's a void wraith. Okay, because I was just thinking of the pterodactyl. I wonder how the AI for it's gonna work. But anyway, that's also, I feel like, a dinosaur that should attack. So we're gonna put that on here. I think would that then be it? It would be Cave Raptor. I don't think we want the Trilodon to attack or to do damage. Like, even because it's so tiny at the moment, I feel like it doesn't make sense, especially, well, for it being a ceratopsid. I don't think it makes sense for it to like kick up its back legs and do a kick like the horses do, or like the deer, or the moose, the mace. So yeah, I think a pterodactyl is fine. How do you spell it? I think so. He thinks. Cave Rex, red. Desert Rex, orange. Maybe yellow. Cave Raptor, pink. Pterodactyl. I don't know what color I want him to be yet. Is it purple? Okay. Value contains 1 from list B19. Oh, we should tie them all together, shouldn't we? Oh, how would we do that? I think I want to merge these cells. I guess we're figuring out some, we're figuring out spreadsheets a little bit for right now. Honestly though, because I feel like since I've been loving like modding so far, I think I'm probably gonna use this a decent amount. At least to make it easier to like calculate balancing, you know? I'm gonna try to refresh my chat. Just in case I've been missing anything. How do I do this? How does one? That didn't work. Okay. That did not work. Let me yoink this over here. I need water. Holy crap, my throat. This is not where I meant to be. How the heck? I accidentally opened my Google account rather than my YouTube channel. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know about, like, chat's being weird. And just all of YouTube Studio, like, in my control panel is being very odd. That's alright though. Hopefully it's fine. So I guess, can we tie these to each other? I probably don't want this to be a drop down. I think. Hmm. Apply to range. Because what I want it to be is just, so here, I'm gonna remove. Yeah. Sheet 1, exclamation B19. I feel like I just don't get it. I also feel like it should, like what I'm thinking this is useful for, like I feel like that should be easier, right, to get to? But it could be just in here maybe. Checkbox. So a criteria drop down. What does that mean? Text contains. If I hit done, what does that do? Text contains value for formula. Value or formula. Text contains value? Is that what we're doing here? Hold up. Done. Okay, now how do we... Oh. Oh, that's not at all what I thought it was. Okay. I was like, I thought maybe drop down would be text containing value. Okay, no. From a range? Maybe that's it. I think that might be it, maybe. Use absolute references to lock rows and columns. Hmm? But I also don't want it to be, I want it to be like a specified range, you know? Like I want to input them myself. Or would you already have to, I mean, if so, then that kind of defeats the purpose. I was thinking maybe like, so I think you have to have the list, and then it'll just make this drop down doable? Maybe? But I don't even know if that would then do it. So let's, okay, hang on. Nope. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, Google. B19. I'll give you a B19, and I'll give you a D19. How about that? Scheiße. Oh. Selected ranges cannot intersect. Selected ranges cannot intersect. What about that? Nope. So yeah, you see that might be how we do it. Can I? Okay. So we might just do like a bit of this. We do a copy, do a paste. Get rid of that. Oh, I won't. Just remove it there. So snow Rex, and then we do desert Rex, cave Rex, cave raptor, pterodactyl, is that completely different from how I spelled it earlier? Pterodactyl, teal. What the? Maybe? I think that's it. Oh no, I just want to cut these, put them here. Oh, oh, I see. Can I unmerge these? Yes. There. I will merge these, call this like... What? Dino damage selector, I suppose. That's fine for now. I'll adjust it later. So, can we make it so? This, let's put in a random number. Let's say, should they be easier or harder? Or should they be the same? Let's make them the same. Cave Rex for now, 68. I don't know what the heck the Cave Raptor is. Should I make a different Cave Raptor for my specific raptor? I feel like they're gonna be the same. So we'll keep them the same. Let's take a look. I think I left it at default. I think. $27. Pterodactyl. Let's make it, I don't know, 34. So we have our list of values here. How do we get it so when we select here, it selects the name and then brings up the number? That is our goal. Drop down from arrange. What does the number sign mean? D. So maybe D22 to D26. Or could we do D22? Use absolute references to lock rows and columns. I don't know what that means, or what it's trying to say, I don't know. To lock them? As in only use them? Or to keep them? Like, don't go past? Maybe? So what if we do that, and then what if we do the same thing? We'll just do that. But for E... Would it be E? Yeah, it should be, right? No, wait, this is B. I am so gone. Oh, that's a thing too. Whoa. Like that. Oh, but then it puts it... No. Hmm. So, I don't want it to do any of those. So I feel like... Maybe we just do, you know, B. Right? But then what else? Show help text for selected cell. Show a warning, reject. Chip, arrow, plain text. What am I missing? What is happening up here and why can't I see? Oh Lord. Oh. There. Okay. Apply to range. B19. C19. Sheet B22 to B26. And then could we do another one? Like, could we do this again and do B22? B26? No. That also doesn't work. What does this mean, apply to B? Oh, because it's in two. That's right. Okay. It's in two cells, or columns. That's why the C is there. Oh, then maybe... Oh god. Hold on, I have a theory. What if we then do like a drop, not a drop value, but turn this into... It does whatever this cell is. And then the cell to its right. Is that possible? That could be possible. So I don't want it to necessarily be a drop down. So custom formula. Is that what we'd want to do? Oh, shoot. Enter what? Oh, how do we do this? So I want it here, right? I want it doing... B19, right? Oopsie, B19 and then the colon C19. But then what does it do to it? Okay, I feel like I've gone off on a tangent. Like way too far. Oh, and we're losing bitrate again. No, chat disconnected. No, it's happening again. Why? I'm gonna stop right here. I'll probably just do this off stream. Show it on Friday. Can I say done? I'm done. I'm done. Hello. Oh. I don't know, man. C19, C19. Can we parenthesize them? I don't know. Done. C19. How about plus 1? You like that? You like? Okay, we're done. We're done with this for now. Okay, the stream didn't die. I think we're good. Okay, well we fixed their attacks, or this guy's attack specifically, and I'm actually comfortable with where it's at. I like it. Let's see. Right. Come and get me. Yep. I do think he kind of like gets in your face way too much. Maybe not too much, but you know, I feel like he should be attacking earlier before he's like above us already. So I think that's what I would change next. Just make it so he can attack just a little bit further from his model. Which I'm not sure how to do. I'm not sure. NPC roll. Let's go to our... Why can I not see where... There. Okay. We can keep that. That's fine. That's fine. 49. We want him to do 47 was the number, I believe. Right? Yes. It'll do 47 damage. Line of sight. ID stab. Extend left, right, 1, 1. Start distance, end distance, 1. I'm not sure how the start and end distances work. Like, is end distance when he'll stop attacking? Like if I'm 5 away? But that doesn't seem to make sense. Is this like saying 1 away? 1 like block? So what if we put this to 2? So if we put that to 2 and then try this. It does kind of seem like he doesn't go above us as much. Right? Maybe a smidge? Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm trying to think of now, like, maybe... Because I want them to drop a decent amount of leather, you know? Leather and meat. So maybe I should make them hurt more. So maybe it shouldn't even be 5 hits. Maybe it should be like something like 4? Or 6 hits, I'm saying. So right now with 47 damage, it'll take 6 hits to die. with thorium and cobalt armor? What if maybe instead it took 4? I mean, heck, that would make him really strong. To do that, can we can we open this up? Can we put in a number here and give us a number here? I don't think that's how that works. I mean, we could, but we'd have to probably make another table, or at least another cell. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah, and it wouldn't quite work with the number of hits. Well, you could probably make it work somehow. Because I'm just thinking about, like, what if you can put in a number of hits and be like, okay, this is how much damage that will require for the dinosaur to do. That would be cool. That's also kind of something that I would want to turn this into. That'd be cool. But yeah, maybe 6 is too much, maybe. Like, what if we went to 52? D19 violates. Okay, how about that? So what if it was 52? Uh-huh. What if it was 58? Uh-huh. I love that. That's cool. What if it was 60? There, it drops down to 4. But can it be 5? Like, could we do from 4 to 5? What was 50? What was 50? 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 50 to 55 changes just these two, right? Where's this one? Maybe just make it 250. Cave Rex will keep 68 because he's someone like that's like be further in the game, you know, you have to progress way more to get to him. So we'll just leave that at 68. So he'll do 66, or he'll do 50 damage. 6 hits with Adamantite, which is nice. Okay. Next order of business is just making sure the other variants also do the same thing. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is just making sure my stream is still going. Holy crap. Okay. We are going to... we're just going to do the exact same thing we did to get the Cave Rex roll in here. We're just going to copy and paste, baby. Got paste, make it brown. Did that copy and paste all right? Is that fine? Is that good? Are you good? Nice. And then we can block. Take that. I wonder how you change how blocking works, like how much stamina it takes. Or if that's a number that's tied to damage, maybe? and then a tail whip. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because just fighting that guy there, I'm just like, okay, that's super basic, super easy to just block all his attacks. I wonder how we make Howie Mandel. How do we make them? I'm my brain, man. Holy cow! I'm so sorry. Probably gonna wrap it up soon in like 15 minutes, half an hour or so. How do we make them? I completely lost where I was going with that. Crap. Crapola. It was important too. It is important. Something to do with changing stuff. I mean, another thing would be like, yes, make them attack faster. I think that's where I was going. Yeah, how do we make them attack faster? Wait, what would that be under? Runtime? Like, is that a third of a second? And then there's a runtime for this, which is that. I don't know what. That might just be for the actual attack itself, like the actual biting of the attacking. And this might be the delay. Sets animation and delay before hit. So melee start, runtime is 0.333. Melee start, interaction, runtime. I think runtime is under interaction. I think. That's one thing I wish this had, was like those lines like the Microsoft Visual Studio Code has. It has like lines that go up. Makes it easier to tell like where, like what the hierarchy is. With this, it's kind of like you gotta look. I mean, it's like you can tell, like see the item player animation ID and item animation ID are under effects and not under parent. But all of these are under interactions. And so it's kind of hard, like when you have this big of a gap, to see, okay, is runtime under interactions or is runtime under melee start? I think it's definitely under interactions though. It just takes a second to figure out. It almost seems like it's too far in. Right? Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's runtime. What if we change that to like 0.2? So if let's spawn. Let's just spawn a new guy. I need to get used to the shortcut. E is supposed to open a wall. Oh, I'm in. Haha, that makes sense. I was in survival mode. So if we spawn another Rex. That's the desert one. He's not set up yet. Oh, let's set him up then. Let's do that real quick. Sure. So we just grab all this, copy it, and go to our desert boy. He's just named Saurian's Desert Rex, so do that, Saurian's. Ah! Desert Rex. Boom. So everything should be the same. Should be good. So he should attack us. Yep, just the same. I mean, the time in between attacking is definitely like much longer than a third of a second. So that probably wouldn't be it, right? I think what that is it's just the time he takes to start attacking when he's like when he gets triggered to attack. That seems maybe what it could be. We'll just let him bounce us around. So then what would it be? Or would that be under NPC attack melee? Simple. Or root NPC attack melee? Variable melee start, and that's it. So is melee start like a set here somewhere? Not in here, but what about Hytale? No. Interesting. So we have melee attack. Here's the melee attack damage. NPC. Should I delete the one that's in mine? Because I feel like they're taking it from this anyway. Because mine's not that. Mine is different. How is it different? It does the thing. It puts that in an interaction. NPC attack melee simple. And then what is NPC attack melee simple? Prepare delay before damage is applied. Runtime 0.1. This is the interaction. Oh, I see. This interaction has size of the hitbox and it has damage interaction linked inside. And then there's melee selector, which that I believe is what is like the hitbox of the like attack. I think. Melee selector, if that will find you. Length of combat 0.05. I find it easier to look at the values like it's quicker, I guess, and just kind of it's easier to see the values at a glance in the source rather than the editor, because in the editor everything's under like drop downs, so it kind of just makes it easy to go to the source and see all the numbers there. The source code. I'm not quite sure. This is like for weapons, though. I'm not quite sure. Oh, he found me again. Should I delete mine? My ones? I don't know. I don't know if that would help or hurt. Well, it is what it is for now. Again, this is V1. V1. But it's not so bad. It's, I mean, you can definitely get effed up if you're not careful. Like, say, if you weren't wearing armor. Ow. Ow. Is it easy? Oh, it is. Kind of why I was thinking, like, at least for the sword, I think it's dependent on the weapon, the blocking, like how much stamina it drains. Oh, there it goes. No! Was he too slow? Oh, he might be a little too slow. What the heck? Oh, he's trying to get him. Oh. Hey, look at me. Oh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna up their speed a bit. So, oh, we also have all of these variables as well. Oh boy. Max speed 9. Yeah, that's way too slow. 212. I feel like the desert wreck should be faster. We'll just leave it at 12 as well. So, okay, so there's more variables here that could be linked to the combat. There's combat behavior distance, 6. Attack distance, 3. Huh. Oh, hello. So what if we... What are you? You're the desert? Rex? What if we change this to 4? Can we do, like, in between? Can we do 3.5? Because I kind of like that. Like, I like that he comes up right to you, rather than, you know, bringing you to his, like, chest or belly. So can we do 3.5? Yeah, I think that's perfect. First person? Yeah. Oh, nice. Can you hit him from here? Yep. Nice. That makes much more sense rather than him, like, standing on top of you. So everybody else is going to be 3.5. So that's where... Oopsie. And I wonder what I changed then with... with this... Not this. The size of the thing? It says hit shape. So I changed the... start distance. 2. So does that mean you can be... Is that like... Oh, is that like the range at which you would get hit then? Probably. And this is just kind of the distance at the combat distance from him, like, actually starting to do the attacks. Is this one, I think. Combat behavior distance. Or... What was I just changing? The attack distance. What is combat behavior distance? Like, that's the distance at which he'll start combat? Wander radius, view range. I feel like their wander radius should be pretty big. Maybe like almost double. Hard coding. I'm sorry if anybody's in chat. My stream like thing has been rough. And it's just not like loading. Oh, it's been real finicky today. It should be back actually. Can I refresh? Aha! We should be good. Nice. Figured it out. So yeah, we're back at 10k. 10k kilobits per second. Leash. Hard leash, 100. Leash. So I think that is like from their spawn or their wandering area. I'm guessing. What is 60 blocks? What does 60 blocks look like? Does this tell me? No. Ruler? Uh-huh. Bro, can you shit? Okay, 60 blocks is kind of big. So that's a leash. I'm guessing if you're still within combat distance, maybe they'll keep following you. But if you're not, then they'll go back. And then up to 100. It's really hard to see what number that says. Is that 100? Yeah. Like right here or so. Is it 200? Oh, that's 100. That's the halfway. Okay. Oh. 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 Well, if that's only 100, then... Yikes. I feel like 200 would be pretty good. And maybe 100 then for the soft leash? Or maybe, I don't know, 100 and then maybe 150? Because say if, like, there's a dinosaur spawned here, right, wandering this area. You're fighting him. Oh, you want to get away. It chases you to here. That's, I mean, that's decent. That's a pretty big distance. I think maybe making the soft leash 100 then, maybe? And then hard leash like 120? Should probably be around like here or so. I think that could work. Let's look at this map. So yeah, let's change that. Let's. I mean, it is kind of a lot, but we'll just send it. Go for it. Okay, never mind. I feel like this. Let's do 80. 80, 120. There's also leash timer. I'm not quite sure if what that would be either. I guess the time that you're out of combat for the leash to trigger would be my guess. Which I feel like 12 is pretty short. 12, 16? I'm not. Is that like the range? Leash min player distance. Oh. So maybe it's at 15. That's the leash distance for the leash things. You know, the leashes to take effect. I guess. Kind of thinking, what if it was. If this is a range, I kind of just gonna keep it at 12 and do like 20. But I don't know. What if we do 15, 20? Instead. I want this dinosaur to be, you know, determined. Descent, blending, steepness, flatness, descent speed compensation, climb speed constant, and jump height, climb height, run threshold, combat behavior distance. I think I'm happy with this. Hearing range 20. View range 5. What is view range? You have to be. I think that should be definitely higher if it's like. That's how far away you need to be before it sees you. I do like that it can hear you before it sees you. That's super cool. But see, that range is like. That's a big range. This is the 12 speed. Oh yeah, you ain't running away from that. Run away. Unless he gets caught up on like walking, he'll catch up to you. Might be too fast. Maybe we go to 10. Well, I don't know. Then, like, at that, like, 10 could be too slow, possibly. Like, as long as you get uneven terrain, you might be pretty good, because he takes some time to do his steps. As long as you just don't get him on like open, flat land, which is kind of like, that's, you know, that would probably be pretty accurate. If you're trying to run away from a dinosaur. Yeah, I think I like that. I think that works. Gotcha. I should try to fight them. With no armor. Let's see how that goes. Let's say if we got no armor, we have Oh no. We have um maybe just a copper sword. Probably like one of the first swords you'd get. Should I try? I should. Yeah, you know what? Let's try the crude sword. Just see how that goes. Let's just get rid of everything here. We'll need that. Okay, let's try a crude sword, no armor. Unfreeze you. Going straight towards me. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you'd be screwed. Oh, walk. Oh. So going up against T-Rex, crude sword, no armor, not a great plan. We can try. Ow, it does so much damage. Let's see. I just want to show the health bars. Is there a way to cheese him? Oh. He turns pretty quickly. Oof. What if he had a shield? What would the shield do? The shield counted as a weapon? It is. If you have a basic shield. Crude shield, if I can find it. Maybe just a copper shield. First one you build. Is it doable? So he has a hearing distance of 20, but only a sight of 5. So if I walk around full... Nothing's happening. Is he just stuck? He might be stuck. Are you good, pal? Oh, no, he's good. Never mind. Dang. Oh, now he sees me. Oh yeah, that'd be hard. Oh, but... Aha. Using like a rock. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of all you would need, really, if you really wanted to try. Kind of use the terrain to your advantage. Ow. There goes my shield. Okay. Oh, why did that happen, though? Why did he just run away? And he healed. Why did that happen? We were fighting. Because that seemed like his leash activated. I'm assuming that's what the leash is. I think that makes sense, right? Right? You know what would be cool, and this might be a thing, but if they had like a kind of like what Visual Studio has. I don't know if that's specifically like. I think it's just a Visual Studio thing. Not just a Visual Studio thing, but like part of it is like you can ask for help, or like highlight a word and see like what is that what does that word or what is that I guess that variable like mean. So it'd be cool if we could see like if we can highlight this and check it, like what does leash min player distance mean. But I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Like my guess is it's the distance for it's like leashed to its home or its spawn. Flee range. It's the same as the Leishman player distance. I feel like flee range should be bigger. Maybe that's just what happened. He fleed? Like, what if that was 25 instead? I feel like the wander radius should probably be more like 25 as well. View range... Again, I don't... Like, 5 doesn't seem right. Let's do 15. I wonder what the run threshold does. So if you wanted to make him... Ooh, I feel like something like the raptor could be better at climbing, or quicker at climbing, like, you know, going up blocks like that, like terrain. I feel like where the Rex is at is pretty perfect. But thinking about, like this, if this climb speed multiplies the speed at which it's, you know, climbing a block, that would be awesome. But also there's the speed constant right there too. Climb speed power? I wonder what that means. Power of climb speed. But yeah, so like for the raptor, I feel like we would make him climb faster. Okay, well I think I'm pretty happy with at least the sounds of everything that we set so far. I think we just have to we just have to do testing. So how can he see? How can he know I'm there from all the way over there? Is that 15 blocks? It seems more than that to me. It seems more than 20. Oh. Alright, well, I think then, with that being set up, I'm gonna copy and paste his role. Oh, this is just the Snow Rex. I wasn't even changing the Desert Rex yet. Then let's just copy and paste it over. Because I changed quite a few things. Mainly just, I guess, the radius of things. But yeah, let's copy and paste. Copy. Control A. Nice. Paste. Saurian Snow Rex, and this is for brown. I also don't want him to drop, so we'll just do Cave Rex for him. Or we'll do Saurian's Cave Rex, I think. That seems better. I'll just change the Cave Rex to drop just a smidgen more leather. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. And maybe I'll change it again. I gotta play with it. So I think what I'm gonna do after stream is I'll test, or off stream I should say, I'll test in survival mode how it feels fighting one of these guys. We also want to paste Saurians. Desert. Rex. Oh shit. Because, like, I don't want... Ooh. I don't want this... So, like, my idea, right, with dinosaurs, or at least these bigger guys, I don't want them to just be, like, any normal, like, predator, like a bear, where you see, like, a lot of them, and where they're, you know, relatively easy to take down. I want there to be less of them, and to be harder to take down, like, requiring at least decent gear to do it well, or quickly, I should say. And then hopefully also get rewarded more for that. No! I don't have my shield. I'm so close. So I guess this is the strat. Find something like this. Honestly, just the getting under him, that's like probably working the best so far. Yeah, nice. Take that. So ideally he would drop maybe a little bit more hide, right? I think the meat's fine. And it is a range, like it's randomly, like it's a range of like, I don't know exactly, maybe like 2 to 5, something like that. Let's go back to creative. I feel like to make that if we extend this down a few, it might make it harder to just be under him. But that's kind of also why I would love to have those different attack types, because if they're like, if a player is like right, like below the Rex, like that, cheesing him, he could just do a stomp or something that might be like an AoE. And then also again for like far attack, far away attacks, just to give him some range in case, like, you know, you have a bow or something. Speaking of bow, like a lot of animals, at least that a lot of enemies that I've noticed so far in the game, if you have a bow, it usually kind of interrupts their attacks. So I wonder, crude arrow, is this gonna like stop him from? Or at least it knocks them back usually. This is definitely not gonna help with that. But so safety goes up here. Alright, we go back to survival. Can he hit me? He does reposition, so he is like a little smart. I think that he missed. He missed that. Oh god. Out of stamina. Oh. Okay. Very fun to test this kind of stuff, though. I like it. So, what is that? Well, cool. Those Wolverine claws. What the? Whoa. They don't look textured, but still, that's cool as heck. Oh, they're like dual daggers. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm happy with where they're at in terms of balance for fighting. Let's quickly take a look at their drops. Also, let me make sure that I have them all set. I think I do. We'll do drop Saurians. Desert Rex instead. Need to remember to hydrate. Holy moly. Remember to hydrate, everybody. So, Saurian's Desert Rex, we have his drop set. I just want to make sure the others are set as well. Saurian's Cave Rex. Yes. I should just make it different. I'll make it different. I think I was trying to do a shortcut there. Snow Rex. Oopsie. Wrong one. And then Saurian Snow Rex. And then we'll go to our drops. Which I always forget. Is it an item? Item drop list. I need to make a new one, but I'll make a new one once I actually let me take a look at this. So minimum 2 hide, maximum 3 hide. That's got to be more. Meat 2, 3. That's fine. Ice essence 4 to 8. I think that's fair. Right? I think that's okay. So what other ice things are there in the game that would be a cool drop? I don't think there's much right now. Yeah, not that I can think of. Cause I'm thinking of like the void flyer thing. How it drops void hearts occasionally. That would also be cool if, you know, this had a similar reward. I mean, I guess blue crystals would kind of be cool, but because they don't really, I don't know what they're not really useful for anything yet. However, if they were used for like magic, like the magic system that will be coming later, I assume, that would be cool. And then that would make it worth to like have them drop that for sure. But that'll be a later thing. Not sure yet. So I think let's just make this like 5 to 7. Maybe that's too much. Let's make it 3 to 6. Huh? 3 to 6? Is that alright? So at the very least you'll be getting 3, at the very most you'll be getting 6. That seems like a lot. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. I think that's fine. Maybe 4. I'm almost thinking of maybe just giving him a little bit more health as well. Specifically the snow one. Okay, let's do 4. Let's do 4. And then also give him like 50 more health. Boom. Okay, now we need a new asset. Dinosaurs, Snow Rex. I'll select that. It's going to be drop. Saurians. Snow. Rex. Brown. And we are going to just copy that. Okay. I think we're going to reduce this down to 3. I think we'll make that 3 to 5. Yeah, that works. I don't think I want him dropping essence, or at least, yeah. How about he can drop essence still, but just not as much. I mean, he's not much weaker. He's still pretty strong. He's a pretty big boy. So, I don't know. 5? 2 to 5? That seems fair, I think. Okay, now the desert guy. Didn't I have a drop? No, I did. I didn't. I did? I do. There. Blind. So he just drops wild meat. I think I have him dropping Essence of Fire. Ingredient Fire Essence. Ingredient Ice Essence. I don't know if I've ever seen him drop it, though. I don't know if it's working. What did I have it here? 4 to 6? 3 to 6? We'll do 3 to 6. No, 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 no. Oh, it doesn't have a weight. How did I do that? Is that why? Maybe. That might have been why I never saw him. Hold on, where'd he go? Hey, I'm sorry to disturb your slumber, buddy. I must find out. Let me just get the adamantite. Aha, there it is. Sick. Okay, so that was why. Cool. Okay, well now that the drops are figured out, at least the Rexes. So I'm just gonna do the Rexes, I guess. Well, we can do the Raptor too. Why not? Well, no, I kind of want to end the stream here shortly. So I think what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to pretty much wrap it up from here. However, I just want to go over how the spawning is working right now. Just for the record. So, for the snow... I gotta also change the... Okay, that's what we'll do, and then we'll end stream. So, for the dinosaurs, for... the Snow Rexes, both of them, both versions, the normal one and the brown one, they will all spawn here. You can see their weight I have is 3. 3 through 3. 3. There's all 3. I feel like 3 is too much. So what I'm going to do, this is in Tundra, the brown Rex. I guess I'll just make it 2. Make it 2. Forests, mountains. Make it 1. 2. And then I think 1. I think that should make them decently rare. Hopefully. I'm going to test it off stream. But then, before I go, I just real quick want to make the zone spawn for the desert Rex? I have tier 1 already. That we can actually change with this the cave raptor, I suppose. At least turn this off. This is way too high, I think. Probably. I'm just gonna like cut the crested geckosaur out, at least from version 1. Okay, and then what we need, I'm just gonna copy it from the Hytale. So we're gonna look for a zone 2. We're just doing the world spawns. Wander. I don't know what the difference is between like wander and then just spawns. Holy. Yeah, I'm not sure. But so, what is there? There's the savanna, plateaus and scrub, deserts and oasis. Savanna, deserts, oasis. I'm not sure. Maybe they should spawn in the savanna and the oasis? Or maybe just the savanna. Say, if we copy and paste this right to ours, is this going to override all of these? No. Well, it could. Here, what we're going to do is we're literally just going to override it. And what we are going to do is we'll just add her boy. No flock, no flock. Is there an editor for this? Oh. Does this say how the flock works? Aha. Yes. So it should how does that work right now then? Because I'm seeing no flock named here, like they're not calling a flock. But I've had my Rexes spawn with other Rexes and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so it's still alright. So that's also something I gotta figure out as well. Zone 1, Tier 1. Skeleton Sand Guard Wander, Skeleton Sand Guard, Skeleton Sand Assassin, Guard Wander. Or Sand Assassin Wander. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy paste this. Copy. See, paths. You can't do decimals, it looks like, which is good to know. So we could turn that way down if we'd like. We'll just put it on 1 for now. Okay, and then real quick, we're just gonna make sure that's working. Go to the desert. Holy crap. Are there any savannas nearby? What did this say? it's desert, so it's literally just desert. Okay. Can I go to the savannah? Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go back to there. Is this the same? No, it's different. Oh, man. Is there any way to keep... Oh. Maybe that's it over there. What the... Is that the ruler? What is that? I don't know. Interesting. We need the zone 2 area. Go a little faster. Howling Sands. There we go. I think the place with the trees is the savannah. I think that's this. Holy crap. Hello. Badlands. We don't want. I think that's a mesa. Desert. Is this the only savannah? Oh, at least close. So let's. I'm assuming this is savannah. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure. That would make sense. This is a pretty cool desert area, though. I don't think I've had this type of generation yet. Did they change the generation? Did they update that today? I wonder. It definitely seems different, at least for the desert area here. Well, I don't see nothing. There he is, yes. Okay, sick. He's here. Cool. You come across him, you're like, oh no, it's a T-Rex. I want your fire essence. Ow, you do a lot of damage. I got no armor. He is a scary guy. Cheese? Wait, cheese? Yeah, get cheesed. Get cheesed. 6 fire essence, nice. I don't even know what fire essence does yet. Or if it even has a use. I think some stuff probably, like upgrading benches. Okay, but that was awesome. That was wonderful. Now, is that enough? Maybe? I mean, it is pretty big. What if we made it like 1.5? In terms of his spawning. I think that could be a good compromise. .5 on soil. I do think it would be cool if he spawned here too. Okay, let's do that. I don't know why. I really wanted to just end stream, but I also gotta freaking do this. Gotta do this first. We cannot stop until we are happy. And I'm not happy yet. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna copy paste zone 2. Tier 2 is the plateaus and scrub. I feel like they should be everywhere. Every area. So we're just gonna do that. Gonna yoink, copy paste. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Now they should spawn in every area of zone 2 at a weight of 1.5. All right. I'd say seeing one guy in a vast desert like this, that is perfect. I don't see any other one. Unless that's one right there, but I can't tell. I think that's just fire or something. What is that? Oh, but that's perfect. Yeah, nice. So he's the only guy in this area. What is that? Oh, it is a fire. He's still the only guy? Oh, I wonder if the weight is like the density per area. Is that what that means? Like, does that mean... I mean, it's huge. This whole desert is one giant desert. Does that mean only 1.5? Rexes will spawn? Oh, there's another. There's 2. If there's a third one, then probably not. But also still maybe. I don't know. Not quite sure how it works yet. Oh, he's sleeping. There's another one. And another. Spawned right before our eyes. Cool. I think that's a pretty good, like, spread. I like that. I like it a lot. That means I might... Oh, there's another one. Okay, maybe we keep it at 1 then. Not for these guys, but for, I was gonna say, maybe we can up... Excuse me. The snow Rexes, but maybe not. Maybe keep them. Also, one more thing before I head off for the day. I was thinking about... They're sleeping. I feel like it'd be cool if... I think everybody can sleep at night. I think it'd be cool if the ice, like the snow, the blue snow Rex, if he was awake during the night, because he glows. Well, also let's see how sleep works. How does sleeping work even? So I think that's in roll. Pretty sure I saw it in here, right? Always sleep at night, false. Is that it? I guess that means we can make We can just make the brown snow rex always sleep at night. I feel like that would be fine. He doesn't glow or anything. Okay. Well, I am pretty happy with that. I think we pretty much, I didn't quite learn more about the, the attacks and the way they work in terms of like the relation to all the interactions and stuff. But that is okay, because I'm sure I'll spend more time with it. However, we got the attacking working. We were able to balance it a little bit. Did some math to figure out what it's like to get hit by them with armor. And set up their spawn tuning. But I think it's pretty good. So I'm very happy with where we're stopping today. Again, sorry for all the just the rambling, freaking mess I've been today. Just very sleepy. But I'm happy I'm able to share this whole journey. Not the whole journey, but most of it. Glad we can document it. The internet is a wonderful thing. I'm glad I have the platform to be able to, document what I'm learning and all the cool stuff that I'm doing. I like it. It's really cool. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, afternoon, evening. And I will see you on Friday, where hopefully we'll be putting this up on Cursed Forge. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if you have to pay anything, or I imagine not. But we'll see. We'll find out together. We'll just do some polishing, finishing touches. I'll try to get the cave raptor set up, and try to get all the other dinosaurs, at least a little variant. And then try to get most of the sounds done by Friday. Yeah, that'll be Friday. See you guys then. Have a lovely Thursday. Have a lovely rest of your day. And see you later. Bye-bye.